to desk. Number 27, made in order by the rule.
The clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 27, printed in House Report number 114-623, offered by Mr. King of Iowa.
Pursuant to House Resolution 783, the gentleman from Iowa, Mr. King, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Iowa.
Mr. Chairman, my amendment is very similar to Mr. Gosar's, and I think it's important that we continue this debate on this particular issue. And what it says is that none of the funds made available by this act may be used to extend the expiration date of the memorandum titled Military Accessions Vital to the National Interest Program Changes. It's the President reaching outside the bounds of the law. It's the President deciding he is the legislator instead of the executor. His job is to take care that the laws be faithfully executed, not make them up and go around the United States Congress. And I think there's something missing from this debate. It's an assumption that if we have someone in the military and they happen to be covered under DACA, that somehow they're legal. The President can't legalize people that are unlawfully present in America by law. He just asserts that executively, and we have to go to court then to reverse it and unseat and get the courts to change that. But so the President has relentlessly amended immigration law by executive fiat and executive edict, and this is another time. He has the authority, under my amendment, he has the authority to put specialized people in place in the military if they have a special skill set. Now, one of those skill sets is not being an interpreter from English into Spanish. We have plenty of those people that can do that, but it is for perhaps interpreters that speak Arabic. It's people that have special skills. It's not for the President to use this as a blanket amnesty. And by the way, people that come into this country under DACA have violated the law. Now, whether they were old enough to be aware or not, it's a matter of law. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter to the law. They wave their DACA card at me and say, I'm now here legally. Well, they're not here legally. They just presume they are because we haven't been able to yet block the President on this issue. But we have litigated it, and I have been one who helped initiate the lawsuits to do that. Now, when someone gets into the military who is deferred action under childhood or chances are they were in the military before they ended up with that card. But if they did, if they came into the country illegally and the President said, I'm not going to enforce a law against them until such time as DACA expires, and then he would like to extend it. So they broke the law to come into America. Then they lied to get into the military. And then they took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. So I'd say, which of those 3 times were they really honorable? The last time, or 1 or 2 of the first 2 times? That's really what's at stake here, Mr. Chairman. And we can't be allowing the President to go outside the law. And I urge the adoption of this amendment. Chairman, I'd point out I disagree with the gentleman from Arizona. There's a provision in law that allows the MAVNI program to be used by the Secretary of Defense, and it has notwithstanding language. Notwithstanding the paragraph, the Secretary concerned may authorize the enlistment of a person if the Secretary determines that such enlistment is vital to the national interest. That's long been used, the MAVNI program. It's just never been used under another president to circumvent our immigration laws and fast-track people, not just into the military, but into citizenship. If a DACA person is able to get into the military under this MAVNI program or any other program, they don't have to go the green card route with a lawful permanent residence card. They can go directly fast-track to citizenship. It's a way of circumventing our immigration laws. The President has been using it, and this amendment would block at least that provision of it. So I urge its adoption, and I would yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Iowa yields back the balance of his time. The question is on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Iowa. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.
Mr. Chair,